New year, new kitchenware with Caraway. Start your year off right with non-toxic kitchenware so you can ditch the chemicals and make healthier cooking a piece of cake. With our exclusive discount, you can now save on the full suite of Caraway products, including food storage, tea kettles, and mini cookware. You guys, the mini cookware is my absolute favorite. Their internet famous cookware set is staple for any home and comes in multiple colors to fit with any design aesthetic. Caraway's Home's non-toxic kitchenwares are all designed for the modern home and feature a chemical-free ceramic coating so food can be paired with the peace of mind that no hard-to-pronounce compound will leach into your healthy ingredients. All sets come equipped with easy access storage solutions so that no stacking is required. Gone are the days of misplacing your lids. Over 30,000 people have raved about their Caraway kitchen, and I am one of them. And now it's time to try it for yourself. Visit carawayhome.com/TLC to take advantage of this limited time offer for 10% off your next purchase. This deal is exclusive for our listeners, so visit carawayhome.com/TLC or use code TLC at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern. Is this normal question you've been stewing about a health problem you have? You almost resort to texting your group chat to get your friends' opinions. You're extremely unlikely to find quality medical advice in your group chat. Trust me, I've gone there too. But you can find it from a doctor on ZocDoc. Thousands of medical professionals on ZocDoc are there to help you. They listen like a friend and give you the expert care that you need. ZocDoc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. No more doctor roulette or scoring the internet to find questionable reviews. With ZocDoc, you have a trusted guide to connect you to your favorite doctor that you haven't met. Millions of people use ZocDoc free app to find and book a doctor in their neighborhood who is patient-reviewed and fits their needs and schedule just right. Since we moved, we had to find new doctors for our kids and for ourselves, and ZocDoc came in handy. Go to ZocDoc.com/think and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/think. ZocDoc.com/think.
Okay, welcome to the Think Loud Crew podcast. We are three moms getting real with parenthood, relationships, and the WTF moments of our daily lives. We know we haven't all been together. Right now, we're starting with just Cheyenne and I don't know. I hated saying my name like that. That was weird.
Ew, did you just talk in third person?
Well, I was going to say with Cheyenne and me, or hey, but somebody be like, who's me? We are waiting for Shanan to get home so she can join in with us, but just want to do a quick catch up, see what's going on. I want to hear about your Dubai trip. I want to know.
I think I lost my mind in Dubai. And
I
feel like I left it there. I feel like my mind is still there and I'm just a shell.
What part of your mind, or the whole thing?
The whole thing is there. Okay, if I was young, I feel like I'm young. If I didn't have kids,
yeah,
and if I had 5 times the amount of money that I have now, maybe 10 times,
yeah,
I would literally have came home, packed my shit, and gone back. I felt like I found my people.
If that was the case, you might have not even had to pack your life up. You could have just stayed.
Oh, true. Okay, you know when you go and you travel some places and you're like, oh wow, that was a cool experience, but then you're thinking never, I don't have to come back here,
that was a cool visit.
Yeah, but I don't have to do it again. I swear, I'm already looking at plane tickets. I'm like, how can we go back? But it was just such a vibe. I feel like the energy of the city and the
the people were just beautiful, even though like half of them, all you can see is their eyeballs. But like, I'm like, underneath that, I know you're beautiful. Like in the mall, everybody just look like I'm that boss ass bitch and you can't tell me shit. And it just made me like want to work harder. And I feel like I really liked being in an environment where I felt like I had to push myself.
You were inspired.
Yes.
Like it inspired you.
Yeah, I'm like, I want to come back here, but I want to come back like her. Like I want to come back. She's walking through the mall with armed security and they are driving her around in a car that's full of bags. I want to be that bitch. Like, I'm like, who is she? Who is she? What is going on? Like literally, if you buy enough shit at the mall, they pull out a car to drive you around the mall. A car, a whole entire car.
Inside the mall?
Inside the mall. And I'm like, okay, got it. All right, noted. As I'm walking with my one bag, got it. Understand where I need to be. And it's not about like material things, but I like material shit. So I'm like,
it's also like the freedom to be able to do
stuff, or to walk in the store and be able to say, I want that, and not to have to ask, well, how much is that? And then like secretly turn and you're like checking your bank account to see, can we do this or not? Like, I want that feeling. And I feel like Dubai gave me that energy from other people. Like, I feel like everybody walked around like they have big dick energy, but they weren't mean. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they weren't like...
It wasn't like pretentious. Right. It wasn't like... It's the culture is different than like how it is. Like, money is so weird in America. People like literally...
it's just different.
It's different, yeah.
It's so different. So like our first experience was from the airport. We got a driver from the airport. And when we were driving, I just realized, like, we were talking, and Ashley, who I went with, Ashley's one of my friends, her and her husband were there. And she was like, she's been to Dubai a few times. So she was pointing out a few things for me to pick up on. So she was like, notice that they don't have homeless people. And I started looking when we're driving, and I'd seen nobody homeless. So the driver overheard us talking about it, and he goes, what is a homeless person? Like, explain that to me. And I'm like, okay, how do we explain to this man what a homeless person is? Because I would think that you would hear homeless person and like that's like a self-explanation. But to him, that was such a foreign, like over the head, mind-boggling thing. So he was like, we don't have homeless people. Like, why do you guys have homeless people? Like, your government doesn't help you and all these different things. And we're sitting there like, okay. So then I asked him, well, what happened during COVID? Because I know a lot of different places handled COVID differently. He said they were shut down for 2 years. No one was allowed to leave their places. And I'm like, well, how do you get food? He goes, they would bring it to us. I'm like, who's bringing you the food? He's like, the government would bring us the food, like 3 meals. I'm like, every day? He's like, girl, what?
Wait. They got 3 meals?
He's like, what did you guys get? I'm like, I'm asking Ashley, did we get anything?
There was like minimal baby checks that was not covering 3 meals.
What does that cover for you?
Nothing.
Did that cover anything for you? I don't even know if I got one, but I'm just like,
I'm trying to think like.
But the fact that they had people set up to bring people food to their home.
It's very different.
It was like, I'm sitting there like, what? He's looking at me like, wait, you weren't getting fed? But it was just...
Matter of fact, our grocery stores were empty.
Yeah. So I could already tell the difference from like then. But it is definitely different. The culture is different. It's definitely a man's place. There were certain places where like naturally, if we had a question, like there was these guys that had like mobile taxis. We went to this place called Global Village, which was really, really cool. It was basically like a huge amusement park, but for 37 countries. So like you can go to Iraq, you can go to Russia, you can go.
So was it like Epcot Center?
Yeah, it was literally
like on steroids.
Literally that on steroids. So like these girls who did our makeup for New Year's, they told us about it. They're like, oh, if you go to China, they have really cute sets. But if you go to like Russia and Pakistan, like you can get real furs and minks and foxes and all this shit.
Wait,
and I'm like,
that sounds amazing. But wait, you just mentioned your makeup artist. I loved your makeup in these pictures. Like there were moments where I was like, Cheyenne's makeup looks so different.
Wait, Dubai makeup artists do different shit. And they kept on calling it, like, I can't remember what it was called, but it was definitely different. But I will have to say that they use a lot more like white, like contour. So Iris had to fix my pictures because we all had white eyes. Like everything was white. Our face was like whited out. So
wait, I liked Iris's edits. This is what I liked.
That's what you liked. But in person, you couldn't see it.
Got it. It doesn't photograph well.
It did not photograph well at all. Like, at all. And someone was like, it looks like your face is edited. I'm like, it is.
Can you send me some of these?
I don't even have the original because New Year's, we had a photographer for New Year's. And it was Iris's photographer. So then, not hers, but she found the connect. She got the link and she was like, I'm going to send you your best shit and I'm going to edit your best shit because we all have raccoon eyes. So
that is so funny. That should have been part of your Mom's Gone Wild post.
We acted up.
Instagram versus reality.
I think that we really realized
y'all needed it.
For Zach and I, we have talked so much about like things that we wanted for this year, this upcoming year. Like, what are things that we want to manifest into our home, our relationship, our life? And one of my biggest things was I'm like, I want to travel. Like, I want to be on a plane at least every 4 months. Like, I want to go. I don't want to just sit in this house. I don't. Yeah. So that was one of the reasons why we said, okay, let's go to Dubai for the New Year's. Let's start off traveling and take that into the new year. Now, once we got there, I don't know what happened, but I think we thought we were rappers.
The pictures, okay, know what I loved is like before you start posting anything online, like of course you're sending Mom and I pictures and I'm like, if these are the pictures you're sending me, I know there was like some other heat. Social. One thing, Cheyenne will send like all these pictures and then she'll like save a few for herself and like she'll post that one online. I'm like, oh, I didn't see that one. Or she's like, which one? So I was like, okay, we're getting these ones, but I'm like, what am I gonna see online? And I was Zach did not disappoint.
He posted a lot.
Yeah, I was like, Zach felt good about this. And like, this was a new, like very new experience for Zach in terms of like traveling. Like, I would love to have him on the pod. Like, I think it'd be cool to have Messier and Zach on this same conversation because Messier played basketball in Dubai for some time. And he played in a lot of like the Middle Eastern, not a lot, but like he played in that like regions and he's familiar with it. So just having like a conversation of like the guys, like
that was the point I was trying to make. But to back up to the beginning of me telling about Global Village.
Got it.
Then, like there was like a group of these guys who had these mobile taxis because this place is huge. So Ashley was like, we'll go ask them if we can get in their little tut-tut thing and get thrown around. So I watched Ashley walk over and mind you, we went to a real estate meeting that morning because we're thinking about investing out there. And Ashley had a tank top on and we didn't think we were going anywhere else that day. So we didn't really dress thinking it's a problem. So Ashley walks over to these guys and before she could even say, they said, no, 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 no. No, I swear if you could have said no, bitch, you would have. So then Iris is like, I'm gonna go ask. I'm like, you gonna get your ass told no too. But she's
what was
like,
Iris wearing?
She was wearing like her arms were covered.
Okay.
But before Iris even opened her mouth, he told her no also. So then they look at me and I said, I don't take rejection well. So I asked them, that goes over and they immediately give him like the clearest response ever. The accent even dropped and it was like, oh yeah, you just go around here around the bed and this is what we do over here. And I was just like, oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to me when I see people really like complain about, not complain, but like go crazy over like women's rights here. They're like, we have no freedoms. because I've been in certain countries where I'm like, oh no, y'all really have no freedoms. Like Americans, now I understand why people are like, oh, like Americans are just spoiled and like all these things. Like you guys are spoiled, but you still have homelessness. Like make it make sense.
Right. So that was one of the things that I got attacked online about with going to Dubai. That I was going to get attacked about. So Iris planned the trip. Iris is one of my friends. She planned the trip. She invited us. So she picked the hotel. We didn't do any research on the hotel we were staying at. We just booked where she booked at.
Bro, you know better.
But it looked nice. Like the picture she sent me looked nice. The hotel looked nice. So it wasn't like, I didn't think I needed to like Google search and say like prostitutes. Like I didn't, you know what I mean? Like that wasn't the first thing on my mind. But we really quickly realized that we were at a party hotel, like all night music, like all night. There's a party going on outside. There's a party going on downstairs. There's a party going on upstairs. There's a party going on the mid-level. It was a party hotel. Like there was no floor that was not partying. And
just all like
I started looking around the first night we got there, and I'm like, is that a prostitute? And I asked Zach, is that a working girl right there? You think she's working? And it took about 2 minutes. And I was like, oh my God, we're surrounded by them. There is a lot happening around us. And I think that I think this is like the ground. Like we're at the ground of like the meeting point for all the girls. And it was like, I asked around and they said that the hotel we were staying at was a big like hotel for girls to meet tourists and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, okay. And I didn't really think anything of it because I'm like, okay, it's kind of like Vegas vibes. Like that kind of gave me like Vegas vibes, you know?
That was like the American side of you. Like, oh, okay.
Totally the American side. It's like, okay, you know, like I'm thinking
before?
But I've seen it before. I didn't, and I'm being so honest, and I feel like
and we've seen it in different countries.
I've seen it in different countries, so I was like, okay, and then I just started smoking my hookah again. Like, I'm not gonna go up and save the girl next to me because she looked fine. She looked better than I did. So, but it was obvious, like, super old guys and young girls, and that's when it started to like make us a little uncomfortable because you could just see what was happening, and where we were sitting, it was like we had a plain view of the floor level and we could just watch them work. Like literally I was watching them work. It was probably 2 days after that, and I finally posted that I was in Dubai. And I got a message in my DMs. I got a few, and they were like, how could you give money to this economy? How could you go out there? Don't you know about like the sex slaves? And I'm sitting in the bed and I have terrible jet lag. So it's probably like 4 a.m. Dubai time.
You're like, I saw them. Oh no.
I'm Googling Dubai plus sex slaves. Like I'm literally like, oh fuck. Like, did I just watch that happen? Like, what the fuck am I doing? So I'm like doing all this research. I went on Reddit. Like, it was just a whole world of it. And what I realized is what you just said is that human rights are different everywhere. And out there, women do not have rights. So they do have a lot of prostitutes, willing and unwilling. And it's a lot of women from like Iraq or Iran. And
there's a lot of people have literally had to create lives out of nothing due to a lot of turmoil and war and you know.
And I didn't respond to the person or anybody who said anything about that because I literally feel like anywhere you go in the world you can find something wrong with anything about it. And I didn't have a response. See, like I don't know. I'm like a part of me was like, I can respond and say, hey, I'm going to do some research on this, but what kind of response is that? So I was just like, okay, well, let me sit here and do some research because I just didn't know.
Which I think is good because it's like they introduced it to you. You didn't have to go look it up. So like, I'm happy to hear that you actually looked it up and you're like doing your research. And I think
I woke Zach up.
I know you. I know you were sitting here in the dark.
Babe. So then I think I was just on like high alert for the rest of the trip because they have like a high kidnapping rate, and I'm like, y'all not about to get my ass. Like, let's make that clear now. So I think from that point, I was just like, buddy system. Even if Zach went to the bathroom, like, Kenny, you gonna go with him? And we can be like, we're boys. We're not like girls. Like, we don't have to go to the bathroom together. And Zach is secretly like texting me like, babe, nobody is gonna put him into sex slaves. Like, if anything, they're gonna take me. But I'm like, no. You don't know. So I feel like that part was a little weird for me. But I said we lived like rappers because on New Year's there's this club called Bling, and you can, if you pay enough, you can drive your fancy car through the club, and at the same time when you're getting out, it's like a whole timing thing. When you're getting out of the car, they're bringing bottles out, and I'm just like, are we really doing this, guys?
To be honest, I love partying in different countries. Like going to parties and like in in these states, to me is just not it. The experiences aren't there. And it's like, I've partied extensively in like Hong Kong, like a few places in China. I've done some clubs in Paris. Like, it's a different experience. Like, I've been to clubs where there were no regular size bottles. It was like,
yeah, that's how it was. You had to get
like the bottle service was like the Methuselah. I'm like, what? Who is this? And it's it
was different, and that's different. Like one thing. Yeah. I feel like people think that I'm like super out there and stuff, and I'm not in public places. Like, if I don't know you, then I'm not like a super loud person or like in your face.
You're not looking for attention.
No. And that was the most like looking for attention thing of my whole entire life. And I'm in the back seat in between Ashley and Iris, and I'm like, are we in the club yet?
No, it's so funny. It's
like, get out the car yet? Like,
it's yeah, like I think people think like, you know, you love nice things, you like to get dressed, you like these things, but like in terms of like the attention that it brings, or like you're like no.
It's like the boys were like, blah, blah, I'm a rapper, blah, throw money, give me.
I saw them with their the Amex photo.
Oh, the Amex
photo. Dad had so much to say about that. He was like, I guess.
That's it.
I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I could say something, but I posted a picture of money before too. I'm like,
that's what he did. He was like, you know what? I thought about giving a lecture, but then I remember there was this poker tournament.
He just posted that picture like a few months ago. he kept on saying when I was young. I'm like, Dad, that was a few months ago.
Every now and then, like I have a throwback photo that I have of you, me, and Mom at the Louis Vuitton store, and that's when we all bought purses and we paid for them in cash. And I have all this photo of all this cash on the table, and I'm like, no, because I don't want people to know that I bought something from Louis Vuitton.
New year, new kitchenware with Caraway. Start your year off right with non-toxic kitchenware so you can ditch the chemicals and make healthier cooking a piece of cake. With our exclusive discount, you can now save on the full suite of Caraway products, including food storage, tea kettles, and mini cookware. You guys, the mini cookware is my absolute favorite. Their internet-famous cookware set is staple for any home and comes in multiple colors to fit with any design aesthetic. Caraway's Home's non-toxic kitchenwares are all designed for the modern home and feature a chemical-free ceramic coating so food can be paired with a peace of mind that no hard-to-pronounce compound will leach into your healthy ingredients. All sets come equipped with easy access storage solutions so that no stacking is required. Gone are the days of misplacing your lids. Over 30,000 people have raved about their Caraway kitchen, and I am one of them. And now it's time to try it for yourself. Visit carawayhome.com/TLC to take advantage of this limited time offer for 10% off your next purchase. This deal is exclusive for our listeners, so visit carawayhome.com/TLC or use code TLC at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern. Is this normal question you've been stewing about a health problem you have? You almost resort to texting your group chat to get your friends' opinions. You're extremely unlikely to find quality medical advice in your group chat. Trust me, I've gone there too. But you can find it from a doctor on ZocDoc. Thousands of medical professionals on ZocDoc are there to help you. They listen like a friend and give you the expert care that you need. ZocDoc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. No more doctor roulette or scoring the internet to find questionable reviews. With ZocDoc, you have a trusted guide to connect you to your favorite doctor that you haven't met. Millions of people use ZocDoc free app to find and book a doctor in their neighborhood who is patient-reviewed and fits their needs and schedule just right. Since we moved, we had to find new doctors for our kids and for ourselves, and ZocDoc came in handy. Go to ZocDoc.com/think and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/think. ZocDoc.com/think.
I don't want
So
to.
for Christmas, Zach was like, when we go to Dubai, I'll get you a Chanel bag.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted a Chanel bag because I feel like I overheard a conversation with him and his friend.
Mm-hmm.
And DJ, who you guys have seen on the podcast, he was talking to Zach and he was talking about how his girlfriend Frankie wanted Chanel sneakers for Christmas. And he's like, why does she want Chanel sneakers? She don't got a Chanel bag. And I'm thinking in my head, I got Chanel sneakers. I don't got a Chanel bag.
I like the sneakers. They're cute.
I love the sneakers. And I'm thinking,
they're discreet. The black ones are very discreet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like thinking in my head, oh, you're not about to talk about me. Zach, I need a Chanel bag. Zach is like, back off, Barbie. So that was like kind of our agreement for Christmas. He's like, well, I'm not going to get you a bunch of shit for Christmas. If that's what you want, we'll get it when we get out there. So that was my thing for like the first 2 days. I'm like itching. Like, when are we going to the mall? What are we doing? When are we going to the mall? I want this bag. I want this bag.
Cheyenne's like, I see other people with him. What's going on? Where is mine?
I hated all of them. I hated them all. I was in the store pouting. If you guys watch the YouTube, or if you just listen, my arms were crossed. I had the lip out. I was pouting. I was having a grown woman tantrum because I did not see the bag that I wanted. I didn't see any bag that I wanted.
Well, you know what we can do? Like, if there's like stuff that you want to see, let's call Haley, who's in Paris, like, who you can.
Well, I found Iris gave me her shopper.
And then she has someone at Dior too. I don't know if you like Dior.
Okay, that I ended up going to Dior and I fell in love.
Oh, okay. Well, I got a Dior person for you.
I fell in love with this bag that I've never seen before. And Zach was like, I'm not buying you another Dior bag because you have Dior bags, but I'll get you this Dior bag if the man can prove that it's only from out here. Like, it's not a bag that they sell at home, because then it's like, it's something different. Like, you don't need just another bag. So I'm sitting there looking at the man like, prove it. Do something. Show him something. Like, do something, sir.
Yeah, and there are bags like that where it'll be like a territorial, like a specific release, or only certain stores will have that collection. Like,
and that's what it was.
That kind of stuff I think is cool. Like, that is like, if I were to purchase like designer stuff, like, I would like those special releases, or, you know, there's certain bags where you don't even know those bags exist unless you're like, you've accumulated certain spending with the store, like, relationship.
he like pressed the wall, and then this door popped open. He started pulling
Love
stuff
it.
out. Once he realized that Zach was only going to get me a bag that was like an exclusive over there,
Mm-hmm.
he started pulling out some bags that I've never seen.
Well, I love that you had this experience. Like at first I was kind of hating because I was like, fuck Cheyenne. Cheyenne went to Jamaica, now she's going to Dubai. And like I miss traveling so much. What are they doing upstairs?
I have no idea. It sounds like a freaking monster.
They're jumping.
It's like jumping.
Yeah, no, but I'm just letting you know. They were like, it didn't even last a day. I was
It didn't even last a day.
I was like, whatever. I was pouting. I probably said some shit to Messier and was like, eh. But then I was like, started going through my phone and I was looking at all my travel photos and I was like, girl, you've been to a lot of places. Shut up, sit down. Like you've had like, I haven't been to Dubai and I would like to, but I'm like,
we need to go.
But
we need a lot of money.
Okay. Well, guess what? It's our season.
Yeah. I want to go back so bad. I
really wanted to start creating like business relationships there. And like with this the postpartum doula stuff, like Valerie has worked with people in Dubai. So I'm like, the training I'm doing international. I'm doing like an international program. So I'm like, I want to meet somebody over there. And then I've got friends from there. Messier knows people from there. So I'm like, next time we go, like let's include their input from like the beginning stages, I feel, so we know like what hotel to go to. And, like,
well, we ended up going to other hotels for like lunch and stuff, and there was
cool.
found the hotel that I would want to stay at the next time. I actually found 2 that I just fell in love with.
Oh, I love that. And that's the best part. Like once you go somewhere for the first time, you like look around and then you start seeing like, oh, actually I want to try this, and like you develop that relationship with the city, which is always beautiful.
Yeah, but it was a good trip. This was like my first trip, I feel like, going with like couples,
your husband,
like my husband,
other married couples,
other married friend, and Iris and Troy are engaged. So it just felt like real,
and
like
no kids,
and no kids. Like you can't travel with everybody. So I feel like this was our first trip as this group traveling, and I was a little nervous because I'm like, okay, we do really well with like dinner and like date night, like one night, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But
y'all were there for like a whole week, huh?
We went for a week, and I feel like we traveled really well together.
Good. I love that. I love that you guys had that experience together.
Iris invited us to go with them to Aspen, and Zach walked in. He's like, y'all are some trip planning motherfuckers.
Well, let me know what end of July looks like for you, or the beginning of August. If it's end of July, it'll be France. If it's the beginning of August, it'll be Italy. Or we could do both. You could do 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm like, why can't we just do both if we're over there, right?
Yeah.
Who's going there?
Well, I wanted to take the kids and go visit Haley in Paris. And then
their mom told me this because Ryan told me that she was going to Paris, and I'm like,
Then mom told me I was planning a trip, but mom told me to postpone so that Ryder could come, because Ryder is going to, according to Ryder's going to Paris and London this summer.
Oh, and Africa.
In Africa. Yep. We don't know which country, but she is going somewhere.
She told her class and her dad.
Yes.
And I'm like, bro.
Corey called Cheyenne talking about, so what's this trip you got going on? But
I'm like, wait, what are we talking about?
No, but I'm here for it. And then Boz has been learning about the savannah at school, and like he just keeps talking about like he keeps telling his dad and I these stories about him in Africa. So I'm like, the kids are literally manifesting Africa into.
I'm here for it. I really am.
Where do you want to go, y'all?
Yeah. Let's go. I told Zach this morning, I'm like, I need to work really hard. Like, we need to work really, really hard, because I want to be able to pay off our home, and I want to be able to travel, and I want to do it comfortably.
Yeah.
I want to get up and go. I do it in
style. Do it in style. It's happening. So I'm excited. Yeah. But it's no, but Haley's one of my friends. She's one of our childhood friends. She's like Shanan, where we knew each other before we were born. But she's lived in France for the last 10 years. And she's from the Valley. She's from California, with us. But yeah, so all of August they're spending in Italy and like going down to Sicily. So she sent me the houses that they're staying at. And there's hella space. It looks very nice.
Who is she going with?
Her family, her husband and her 2 kids.
Oh. Well, then why does the house have to be so big?
Because why not?
Oh. I'm just asking.
I don't know.
Is there enough room for both of our families to come? Plus their
I'll revisit. I'll go look at it.
Yeah, go check that bedroom count.
Yeah. No, but it was like it looked like it was on a compound. So even if like we have to get to their house, it's like there's options. But I was like, I can do this.
Yeah.
I can do this.
I want to do an Italy trip. I just want to travel. I just want to go everywhere. I want to see everything. I want to eat all the food. I want to buy all the fancy bags. I want to ride on the back of a motorcycle.
Cheyenne wants bags, and I'm like, can somebody buy me a farm until I can buy my own farm? I want land. I want to be able to feed people.
I don't want to feed anybody.
We at least talk about it when I'm like, hey, I need investors. I need people to see what I'm doing. Like,
I don't want a farm.
Can you guys please buy my sister's products?
A farm, so like you can have the farm, and I can just come eat your food.
What do
we need 2 farms for?
What if we are farming different things?
I don't want to farm anything. What do you want me to farm? Tell me what you want me to farm.
The same thing I'm gonna be farming, because I don't know how to farm either, but we know how to find people and make teams.
It sounds like we're playing tag. We know how to find people and make teams.
You on my team. You know how to grow? Cool. We growing over here. Cool. You know logistics? Bet. You're the logistics team. Like,
I don't think I'm there yet. I'm not at my farming stage yet.
No, it's okay. Life is I've had a great life. At the same time, life is worn me out to the point where I'm like, can I just have a farm on life and just be peaceful? And
I just want to live
work.
life.
I just want to go outside and see like fruits and vegetables and flowers and trees and be like, I take care of this.
This is my tree.
I may not do it with my own hands because I don't know what I'm doing, but it's like I've created a business where I can help employ people so they can feed their families too. And like we take care of this and we're somehow depositing back into earth. So
I love that so much for you. I truly do. You don't understand how much.
Wait, hold on. Keep buying them bags because I'm not going to buy them probably ever in life.
You know, bags are one of the greatest investments ever.
I do borrow yours. Are they?
They are huge investments.
Why? Can you please explain? Am I going about this materialistic
You really
stuff?
are. The resale on these bags are crazy. Like the one of a kind, the vintage bags. Bags are one of the biggest investments, the same way like watches are, Rolex, Patek, like watches are a huge investment. Bags are a huge investment. If you can pay to play, then it's a huge investment. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. I'm listening.
I'm running out of time. Do you have a WTF this week?
I think I gave this WTF on the last one, but I just want to tell you how Boz cried that he couldn't take the yellow bus home. Well, he didn't cry. It just took us. He's been riding his scooter home, and it took him 20 minutes to get off of 2 blocks because he just was going, I want the yellow. And I was like, bro. And when I tell you, like parents who like I saw when we were leaving the school already, who were still like coming down a block and a half and like past us, and then like they lapped us, It was bad. And I was like, it's 40 degrees. And I was like, dude, should I just call a car? Like, what's going on? Like, he wanted to sneak into this park and like, he couldn't get his scooter through the park. So then he was like, I don't want this dumb scooter anymore. Like, I can't do anything with it. Like, it was just emotional for him. He did have a moment, but I'm trying to think if I have any WTFs really. Like, I feel like,
I think that was a good one.
Yeah. Oh, know what I need help with? I suck at doing laundry. Like I can do laundry, but it's like David. So when
If you want a farm and you can't do laundry, make it make sense.
I can do laundry. I just like
suck at doing the laundry.
I just suck at doing it because like I feel like no one has as many pounds of laundry as I do all at one time. Like I think I wait and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this a laundry day. Where I know some people wash every few days. I'm like, yeah, but at the same time, I'm like, I sometimes think about like, you know, did I just have too many clothing options before? So I didn't think about washing. And then like I get into this like really weird, like guilt, like state of mind. And then I'm like, I gotta wash all these clothes. It's so crazy. But like, yeah, how often do people wash clothes?
I feel like our washer's constantly on.
Man.
Yeah.
Messier knows I suck at it too. He'll be like,
are you the type to start a wash and then you leave it and then the clothes you'll finish?
No, like today I've been washing all day. Like it's like
you fold and put up as you go, or you have a big pile growing?
They're on the bed right now.
Oops, you got a pile growing.
No, but I've already like I was out the house like early in the morning, so like I did 2 loads before I left. And I folded like I already folded and put 2 loads away. But then I've done like another 3 loads, and it's like, what the fuck is all this shit? But it's like,
where does it come from?
So there's towels.
No, I'm saying when I'm doing laundry, that's what I'm thinking. Where did you come from?
I was about to tell you.
So there's towels and undies.
And then there's like the sheets and blankets.
No, I know. Like, I'm just every time I do laundry, I'm looking at this massive pile, and I'm like, where the fuck did you come from?
Oh, definitely. Like I'm looking at these clothes right now and I'm like, okay, that's gonna be easy to fold. Those are just towels. Like that's easy too. It's funny, yeah. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it's funny. Doing couple stuff is actually funny now, like folding clothes together. Mezzi will be like, how do women fold their underwear? And I'm like, I don't. I stuff them in the drawer. He was like, there's no way to fold this. All these are folded nice. I'm like, oh, okay.
So my WTF last week was talking about getting food poisoning on the way home from Dubai. I told the story of
how much did you tell?
Oh, I told it all.
Good. Good.
I was really sad that I hit myself. And when I think I need you to understand, it wasn't like I sharted. It was like projectile vomit and projectile diarrhea at the same time. It was like
in a bodysuit.
With
no underwear on.
It was.
I just want to make sure that the details are really out there.
Gross. So gross. So I was very, very sad about ruining my Skims pajama set thing. And yesterday, Zach presented me with a new one.
Oh.
He told me to make sure that I don't poop myself in that one. So I'm happy again. So
and Zach has come through for you shitting yourself and me peeing on myself in multiple situations. And
he seriously has, with zero judgment, because when I told him I shit myself, he's like, let me go get you a trash bag. And then he was like, I'll clean it up. I'm like, no. Don't touch it.
Like sometimes I really think sit back and I'm like, yo, Zach is really like my brother. For real.
And like, yep, we've reached a new level of vulnerability once again. Here we are. But this is my cue that my time is up here. All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this week's podcast. We thought Shanan was gonna hop on, but I'm pretty sure in about 10 minutes when she says she's ready to hop on, we're going to tell her we already did it.
I'm putting my kids to sleep.
Yeah, next week, hopefully all 3 of us can be together. It's just hard with our schedules and kids and work and time differences, but we're going to make it happen. Don't forget to follow, like, comment, subscribe at Think Loud Crew. Listen on all your podcast platforms, and you can follow me at Shy Not Shy.
And you can follow me at Archive Lion. Whoa. Every now and then, I swear, like there's another voice in here that is not mine. It just comes out. But that was wild. Yeah, you can follow me at ArkIsland. And you can find Shannon and Hair by Shannon C.
And leave more ghost emojis.
I was gonna say go leave.
We ghosted this episode. Never drop her some more ghost emojis.
Ghost emojis or like a hair flip. You know the one with like the little hair flip.
Make it known that she missed this episode.
Yeah, she's been working. Okay, love y'all.
All right, bye.
Bye.